Alright, another gun video. The small pistols I got. This is a reproduction, but it's a reproduction of a boarding pistol. When it's pretty accurate. It's a percussion cap, and it's pretty accurate. It was pretty crude. See if I can get this. Doesn't have a ramrod. Guys on sailing ships would sail along, see another boat they want to attack, they'd blast each other with cannons. When one boat looked disabled, the other boat would sail up alongside of it. People would swing across, have a handful of pistols. As they swung across, somebody on the other boat would be ready to hit them with a sword, so they'd pull out one of these and try to blast them, and then blast a couple, fire them, drop them, and so they weren't real quality. They weren't real anything spectacular. This is a very accurate copy. It's got a big bone lump on the end of it, so you could use it as a club once you fired it. And hopefully you get enough guys across where you could take on the whatever was left of the other crew. And that's it. This one was a percussion cap. Put the cap on there, put some grease on it to hold it, and swing away. They'd all be loaded before the battle and ready to go. That's a flintlock that I'm working on. When I got it, somebody dropped it or something. The hammer was broken. Springs were broken. It was kind of screwed up. But I'm putting that back together, so I can't really demonstrate much of it. But this was for land use. And that's why it's got the slot for a ramrod. The ramrod's not here right now. But you go from this to this, which is a pin fire. And you pull the hammers back. This is a pocket gun. And you put 2 bullets in. The bullets look kind of like normal bullets, except they had a pin sticking out. And that pin would stick up through this hole. You close it. And you had to kind of walk around like this because the pins would stick out, and if you broke them off, the bullets wouldn't go off. This one was a pocket pistol, and when you pull it down, trigger the rest away, triggers pop out, and you fire it. This is probably 1850s, probably Belgian. It's not really marked very well. This one I'm thinking is the next evolution, because put the bullets in, then you slide the sight back, and that protects the pins from being broken. So you can actually walk around with the hammers down on it, and then like Dirty Harry, pull the hammers back, shake it, sight goes forward, you're ready to fire, and you're a badass. These are kind of popular in Europe. There was also the original repeating rifle was the Volcanic. And the Volcanic was a lever action. It was actually the predecessor to the Winchesters and the Henrys, and then the Winchesters. And it had a magazine with a slot down it, and you would load it very carefully, and the pins would kind of follow the slot, kind of like a roller coaster track through the gun until they were eventually fired. They were maybe considered the first assault weapon because it was the first thing they could fire. I think they held like something like 10 shots or something. They weren't very powerful, but in a close range, it was a hell of a thing to walk up against. And then you get into, the 1860s, 1850s, 1860s Colts. This is a Navy revolver, and everybody knows how this works. You load it, pour your powder into the cylinders,